Michigan, where a gunman drove through an entrance, started shooting during a Sunday morning service, and set the church on fire, killing at least 4 people, injuring 8.
Police say there are still people unaccounted for. They're digging through the church debris to find more victims.
Fox's Brooke Taylor outside the church.
The shooter, identified as 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford from Michigan. He was killed in a shootout with officers just minutes later. He was a Marine and served from 2004 to 2008 with deployments to Iraq.
A former Marine who also fought in Iraq is the accused gunman in a shooting at a waterfront bar in Southport, North Carolina. Fox's Madison Scarpino on what happened.
People were just out enjoying their Saturday night. They were eating, drinking, listening to live music, when all of a sudden, a man in a boat allegedly starts shooting into the crowd. 3 people are now dead, 5 are injured, and officials confirm that the suspect is 40-year-old Nigel Edge. He was arrested not long after the shooting.
And he is due in court today. Tyler Robinson will also appear in court in Utah, though Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin will attend today's hearing via video from jail. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will go to the White House this morning as President Trump pushes a Gaza ceasefire plan between Israel and Hamas.
Details have reportedly include a hostage prisoner exchange, a U.S.-backed Palestinian authority that temporarily governs Gaza, and Israel halting future strikes in Qatar. Now, President Trump wrote yesterday, quote, "We have a real chance for greatness in the Middle East. All are on board for something special. First time ever. We will get it done."
That's Fox's Alexandria Hoff at the White House, where after the Netanyahu meeting, the president will huddle up with congressional leaders in both parties trying to avert a government shutdown on Wednesday as Republicans are pushing a 7-week funding extension. Democrats say they're pushing for some reductions in health care. America's listening to Fox News.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion. That's billion with a B. Yeah, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words micro. That's pound 250, micro.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
New York City's mayor will not be reelected. Far back in the polls, Eric Adams ended his campaign.
Mayor Adams bowed out of the race, saying he faced criticism, job rumors, and federal charges during this campaign. But he told New Yorkers on social media Sunday,
"Despite the headlines and innuendo, I always put you before me."
Adams did not endorse any opponent, but frontrunner Zohran Mamdani implied in a statement it was President Trump's influence that's determining Adams and another opponent, Andrew Cuomo's future. Mamdani also called Adams a disgraced, corrupt politician. A recent Fox News poll had Mamdani leading the race and Mayor Adams trailing Cuomo and Republican Curtis Sliwa in last place. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Tropical storm Imelda is predicted to grow into a hurricane, but like other storms recently, it's going to turn away from the U.S. and not hit the East Coast. But Fox meteorologist Janice Dean expects
some of those outer rain bands, definitely wind advisories for tropical storm force winds from Imelda as it strengthens and parallels the Florida coast and the southeast over the next few days.
On Wall Street, stocks may rise. Dow futures up more than 100 points, coming off slight losses last week for the Dow and the Nasdaq. The Europeans took the Ryder Cup home, beating Team USA at Bethpage Black Golf Course in New York. On Sunday Night Football, a tie. Green Bay 40, Dallas 40. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott's reaction?
Right now, it's tough for me, guess 10 years in, the first tie I've been a part of. It's hard to kind of wrap my head around it because I know I'd feel a hell of a lot worse if it was a loss.
The Buffalo Bills and Philadelphia Eagles won earlier, the only NFL team still undefeated. Tennessee and New Orleans lost to remain winless. Tonight, there are 2 more games to close out Week 4. In baseball, the regular season ended with 2 teams winning division titles, the Toronto Blue Jays and Cleveland Guardians. The Cincinnati Reds won the last National League wild card, and the playoffs start tomorrow. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news.
Darren Bailey running for governor of Illinois again. The former Republican state senator announced that bid. He chose Cook County Republican Party Chair Aaron Delmar as his running mate. Bailey lost to the Governor Pritzker's race in 2022. A 31-year-old Hoopeston man cited Friday after allegedly stealing a city water meter in the 800 block of McCracken Avenue after receiving information regarding a person violating a city ordinance. Hoopeston police then cited 31-year-old Colin Carswell of Hoopeston with theft of state-supported property. Illinois Farm Bureau mourning the death of a leader. IFB Director of National Legislation Ryan Whitehouse died last Wednesday. It followed an accident in Michigan. He was just 43. Aerosmith, Illinois native started working for the Illinois Farm Bureau back in June of 2013. He held various roles on the governmental affairs as well as commodities team. And that's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim.
Well, what a difference a week makes, huh?
Oh, man.
Last Monday, I came in here a little
we
down.
were a little nervous,
little
yeah.
Yeah, and Soye sent me a message congratulating us on this. Maybe not. Hold on.
We got a big win.
Illinois, it's loud. I mean, it is loud. Look at
This is
crowd.
Fox News before. Casey Smith loved the crowd that got in line at 3 a.m. to be part of the studio. All these students, Grange Grove.
We all got handwritten letters. The boys had a blast. They booed Matt Leinart. Boo that man. We love it here. Thank you so much, Champagne. I hope we're back.
I hope we're back, she said. I hope we're back.
Yeah.
And then,
Rightfully so.
And then,
here we go. From 41 yards away. Clean snap. Good hole. It's up. And good.
David Alano with a 41-yarder. Illinois beats USC 34-32. And
there you go.
The big deal here, and this is transitional and this is significant. Illinois loses that game 99 out of 100 times. We don't win that game. We fumbled twice in the end zone. We're down 32-31. We're ahead by 14 with 12 minutes left, and we're losing with 2 minutes. And we win. That just doesn't happen here. It does now.
It does now.
Character building.
I mean, to tell you,
building.
and I'm telling you, this was a program, not just the game. It was a program booster. This was national television. Fox came. Everybody was there.
Yes.
Sellout. And I said like 3 or 4 things here on Friday. I said, I think we're going to play really, really well. I think the crowd's going to be unbelievable, but I don't know if we're going to win. Right down to it.
Yep.
USC had the #1 recruiting class in America. They got a bunch of 18-year-olds playing. They're going to be ridiculous. Luke Altmaier after the game said, "Oh, those guys are good now."
Yeah.
He said they look. He said they look great coming off the bus. I mean, they just look that long and athletic. He said, "Man, they look real. They look
from when they got off the bus."
Man, they do one of those airport team things where you just, oh man, look at that. They fly charter. Nobody sees this team, but all the teams fly charter. But anyway, the point was these guys, very talented, pretty young. They're going to be really, really good moving forward. But we beat USC. It's a quality win. We're 22 in the top 25. USC, for their efforts, are out of the top 25.
Makes that Indiana game an aberration, as we mentioned a week ago.
And Indiana beats Iowa in Iowa. But the controversy was it was a 6.5 point line. Of course, everything's about betting now. And so the score is 20-13 with 2 seconds left. And the Indiana quarterback takes a snap on 4th down at midfield and runs the other way, all the way to the end zone to take a safety. Now it's 20-15. All the people that took Indiana lost their bet because it was 6.5 and it went to 5. Should have been 7. Game's over. The kid he's just trying to burn 2 seconds. He runs 10 yards and slides and it's over. He ran all the way backwards to the end zone and took a 2-point safety. Bets lost. And some guy's going, there needs to be an investigation. And the kid apologized after the game for the point spread. So I was just sorry about that. They all
that's smart. That's smart football.
Well,
you don't give the ball back.
You don't give it back, but you clearly, the game was over when he's at the 25-yard line. Just slide. Get down. But he went all the way in, so the guy was chasing him. He punches the ball out. The guy's diving. Tie game. I mean, it was just like, what are you doing? Get down. Anyway, we're in a good mood today.
Yes.
Chicago Bears win. And that's also
That's
our franchise now. We carry the Bears on WQQB.
Yeah, 25-24 over the Las Vegas Raiders.
And
There, too, a character win.
My farmer friends were thrilled because they're out there bringing it in, and they could never hear the Bears because they can't get it in the cabs from Chicago. They got them here, and they loved it.
Yep, listen in on Q96.
They loved it. Anyway, good start to the day. We are here. I am Stevie J. That is Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
This is our meteorologist, Greg Solia, with the weather brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, the Indoor Aquatic Center is a great way to get some exercise this fall. If you need more details on public swim or taking laps, consider visiting urbanaparks.org.
Very, very warm, I guess, for this time yesterday, but I don't mind this at all. It's been a heck of a run of weather. I know it's a little dry for our farmers, but Greg, weather's been darn good.
Yeah, and it continues on. Just no rain in sight. First, from a drought relief standpoint, we're going to have to get into probably mid-October before we get any pronounced cool-off in temperatures. You know, this time of the year, we should be about 72, 73 degrees. We'll be flirting with records from time to time, especially today, as the tropics and the Atlantic Basin. We talk about it time and time again. You lock down the weather pattern. This part of the country, the Midwest, the plains, you build into high pressure, and we even have one at the surface, so that just really tightens things up around here. It's all sinking air, compressional warming. No sign of those tropical systems, by the way, Umberto and Imelda making landfall, but they will continue to bring squally, windy weather and some outer band rains from the eastern Carolinas down to eastern Florida. And that's pretty much the story around here, and with a warm to hot days and pleasant nights in the dry air. 59 at Willett and Savoy now, 60 at Rantoul. Maybe some near record-setting heat today relative to the second to last day of September at close to 90 with a light east-northeasterly wind and lots of sunshine. A couple of fog patches around here for the next hour or so. Clear tonight, more comfortable tonight. We're on 57. Tomorrow, sunny, summer-like warmth at 85. Back up to 83 with a few more clouds for the day on Wednesday. Back into the middle 80s Thursday and Friday. Upper 80s Saturday. Lower 80s Sunday and Monday. First inkling of any rainfall. Maybe, just maybe at some point mid next week. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it very much. Off and running last Monday of September. October is 2 days away. Last fourth quarter of this 2025. October, November, December. I saw a Christmas tree up at Costco yesterday.
Yep.
You can go buy your Christmas tree.
Here it comes.
Yep, we're here. Where's Thanksgiving?
Oh,
Where's
I'm just
Halloween?
seeing that Europe won the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, that was I didn't watch anything because we were getting smoked. It was embarrassing. It was record-setting. It was 13-5 on the last day.
Oh, darn.
And we ended up going 15-13. We lost, but won a run and scared them. I mean, it would have been the biggest collapse in the history of golf.
Huh.
And yet, here comes America, but it pretty much ended how it started. We can't make putts. We just did not roll the putts in that Europe did. But, and it got a little nasty. People from in the New York region saying some bad things. And, you can't really, you can try and kick people out, but the crowd was massive.
I see.
Hard to know who said what, but you just can't say the kinds of things they said to Rory and his wife.
Oh, shoot.
It was nasty. And so that was too bad. But again, that's again, they were greatly disappointed. I mean, the crowds are amazing. But yesterday, the Americans, again, came storming back, pounded Europeans, really put the scare in them. Again, this would have been the biggest golf collapse ever. But it didn't happen. So they held on 15-13 Ryder Cup now history. We got to go there 2 years from now. And it's always hard. The Americans won 3 times this century. Mm-hmm. They beat us 11 out of 15. So they're dominating. Just dominating golf right now, but this tend to swing both ways. Okay, Brett Bielema in the locker room.
We welcome you to
That's the Fox intro. Let's hear that. Fox intro. They came, Fox Game Day, noon show, all the big stars. Dave Portnoy,
yeah,
who sponsors the noon show. He's got zillions. So Dave Portnoy, don't mess with him about Michigan, though. He got a little nasty. He said, I want to burn my clothes. F you. Just that kind of thing, because we said, well, our biggest rival's Michigan. He said, we don't even think about you. You're not a rival of us. And that's not necessary.
Oh, wow.
But that wasn't his best. But here's the intro when all the students flooded in. Here we go.
We welcome you to Grange Grove as the 115th edition of homecoming here in Champaign kicks into gear.
Yeah, it was good. It was really energetic. I went to Grange Grove. It's weird watching something with all the hosts' backs to you.
Yes.
Because they want the people to see the fans.
That's right.
And I guess the students are well tutored on how to make signs.
Yes.
They did all of that. They were rowdy. It was really, really good showing for Illinois, and then we backed it up with a football game. I'll get to a whole bunch of clips I have from the game. We'll do that coming up. Final Cardinal wrap for the year.
Okay, and the Cubs swept the Cardinals. Let's get that finale, Stevie.
Okay, here we go.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. The season came to a close yesterday at Wrigley Field in Chicago as the Cubs got a home run from Seiya Suzuki, added a seventh-inning run, and shut out the Cardinals 2-0.
It was a bullpen game for the Cardinals, and it was Kyle Leahy who started it. He went 3 solid innings. That really is a good sign for 2026. He's going to be vying for a spot in the rotation, but the Cubs were able to sweep the Cardinals, and the Cardinals end on a 4-game losing streak.
The Cardinals got a good outing from Leahy in the start, a very good outing from Matt Swanson, and we can say the same for Riley O'Brien, with John King and Fernandez giving up the run.
Yeah, there were some good signs of the Cardinals all season long, but not enough for the Cardinals to make it into the playoffs. Here's hoping for next year.
We say a big thank you to all of our affiliates along the Cardinals Radio Network. Our next broadcast will come your way in late February from Jupiter, Florida in spring training. 2-0 Cubs yesterday at Wrigley Field.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
Well, we touched on the Bears and their win, 25-24 over the Las Vegas Raiders.
Blocked field goal to kind of close the game.
Yes.
Raiders had a 54-yard attempt. Bears blocked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
LA Rams over Indianapolis to give the Colts their first loss. Was that 27-20?
Yep.
And then a tie?
Yeah, 40-40 last night.
40-40, Green Bay and Dallas.
So bottom line is the Bears are in the hunt here already at 2-2. They're looking pretty good. We'll see what happens with their off week this week. So the Bears are off this week before Monday Night Football against the Washington Commanders.
That soccer team took a loss to Ohio State 3-0. We have the Wyndham Golf Memorial Classic hosted by Northwestern. Our Fighting Illini golf team in action today and tomorrow. Illinois, a 4-set victory over Purdue yesterday in volleyball.
Watts Copy System, they offer cost-efficient solutions for busy offices. If you want a free evaluation, they're terrific at service. Watts Copy Systems, 217-352-0428. Here's Greg.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. As expected, tropical Atlantic basin getting busy. High pressure continues to strengthen its grip aloft and at the surface. Out of the southern Canadian prairie down through the heart of the Corn Belt and the Midwest. More summer-like warmth continuing on. No sign of any direct landfall to Imelda and or Umberto, but squally weather for the mid-Atlantic region, especially coastal sections. Plenty of rain and southward into eastern Florida. No rain in the forecast around here till perhaps the mid-stretch of next week. So patchy fog around early on this morning, mainly sunny, hot for the time of year. The high around 90, normal highs at about 72. East-northeasterly winds 6 to 12 miles per. Mostly clear tonight, more comfortable as the night wears on, and 57. The dawn temperature tomorrow, summer-like warmth continues, sunny and 85. Light east to southeasterly winds shifting back into the northeast. 55 tomorrow night, partly sunny, warm at 83 on Wednesday. Middle 80s Thursday and Friday, upper 80s Saturday. Low to mid 80s continues Sunday and Monday of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm Beatle Greg Solier.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report. It's the end of the month and the end of the quarter tomorrow. Stock futures are higher, even though there could be a government shutdown this week. If it happens, it could interrupt the release of the September employment report. Jaguar Land Rover is gradually restarting its operations, bringing some IT systems back online after a cyber attack a month ago. The UK government has secured a $2 billion loan for the automaker to support its cash reserves and help it pay suppliers. British drug giant AstraZeneca is planning to list its shares directly on the New York Stock Exchange. The U.S. is its biggest market, and it recently revealed plans to invest $50 billion on research and development in the U.S. Drug makers have been boosting U.S. manufacturing to avoid tariffs. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
The world of business moves fast. Stay on top of it with the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday. Fox Business reporters, anchors, and hosts will bring you beneath the stock market speculation and boardroom drama to tell you about the biggest business stories of today. Whether you're on Main Street or Wall Street, Fox Business is invested in you.
Listen to the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes, or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Cunningham Children's Home Be a Hero 5K is coming up on Saturday, October 4th at 9 a.m. at 1301 North Cunningham Avenue in Urbana. Open to runners and walkers of all skill levels, the 5K is a perfect event for families and friends. Participants who earn superhero status by fundraising at least $100 are given a special superhero cape they can choose to wear during the race. Registration is $30 per person. To register, sponsor, or volunteer for the Be a Hero 5K, visit cunningham.org.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
So after the game,
bulldoggybag.com.
After the game, Brett Bielema addressed his team in the locker room following an exciting 34-32 come from behind. We were winning the whole game, and then USC did what they did in the last 8 minutes. Remarkable comeback for them.
Yeah, it was.
32-31, as I mentioned at the top of the show, 99 out of 100 times this program historically will lose that game. There's no way we're coming back after such 2 fumbles in the end zone for Illinois. I mean, the game could have been legitimately 40-17. I mean, it was we were beating them. Flat up, straight up, unbelievable adjustment from the Indiana game. So here's Coach after the game.
Great job. I'll tell you what, man. 2 things you can't buy, time and reputation. You can't buy that time we just had together. That solidified us more than ever, and we just took a huge step in building our reputation. Hell yeah. Hell of a job, man. You put it in all this week. Your coaches put it in. You put on the work on the field and put it on the line, even down to that last play. Everybody made that happen. Hey, I think we better give a game ball to one guy, all right? Let's bring out David Alano. Yeah! We'll also give one to the snapper and the holder on that one. And everybody on that unit get MVP. David Lionel's got it.
Hey, I got one thing to say, boys. Hey, these aren't my words. These are Justin Tucker's words, but man, it relates to what I'm feeling right now. I'm grateful to be a part of a team where every once in a while, Pat, Keelan, and I can be the exclamation mark. We can be the punctuation, and you guys are the paragraph, boys.
Hell yeah.
Love you, boys. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, there you go. So in the locker room, an emotional David Alano Brett Bielema said after the game, it's the best kicker I've ever been around.
That's awesome.
And he's been around a lot of kids.
So much pressure.
But
man, I was saying some prayers for that guy.
He put it right through, and it was a little left, but it went through the uprights. It wasn't super close, but it wasn't down the middle.
41 yards.
Yep.
Man.
That was huge. We have confidence. The guys aren't going to look past Purdue. Based on 23-point favorites last year, and we won 50-49, could have lost that easily.
You're right.
So we just go into Purdue, play football. It's going to be close the first half. Maybe we can win by 5 or 10 or 15, whatever. Just win. But the crowd will be, it's a rivalry. We're better than they are. Can we win? Hopefully. We're going to be favored to win. We're still 22, top 25. We're a legit top 25
We're 22
team.
now.
Yeah.
And pretty cool to see Luke doing the rushing, receiving, and passing touchdowns.
Somebody else did that in 1999.
Kurt Kittner.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to think who could have done that. Because, passing and rushing is easy.
Right.
It's the catch one. Kurt Kittner. Yeah.
And to see Hank Beatty passing it to Luke was awesome.
I wonder if that was the bowl game. We played Virginia in a bowl game, and they were very disrespectful to Ron Turner during his press conference, and the guys kind of clenched their fist. We beat them like 63-21 or something. But I think that would have been Kurt Kittner catching the ball in the whatever bowl it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Kurt Kittner, very athletic. But the pass from our number 80, Hank Beatty, he got crushed. It was roughing the passer. The guy hit him in the head. Why wasn't that targeting? I mean, he got smoked. But he made the pass, and Luke had to kind of go up and catch the ball. But it was just, we were clean. And when Brett Bielema last Monday, I played the clip. He says, I watched the video on the bus ride home, and it wasn't that bad. And I stopped it. I said, here's what he means. It wasn't that bad. We're not 63-10. No, that was bad. But it wasn't that bad from the standpoint of fixes. And they went out and did it. You saw what we all saw at Indiana. Now, if we flushed that, that's the team. That's the team that won the Citrus Bowl. That's what we saw. What happened? How could you do that? How can you flip it and go, okay, we're changing whatever. It was a tremendous coaching adjustment, but I don't understand how we got into the other thing where we couldn't block at Duke and we couldn't block against Indiana. And it was just one of the wheels came off. Everybody got hurt. It was just weird. But now, because of that game, you've earned trust back again. Now we're fired up again. But it was going to take a victory. Oh, we were so close. That wasn't going to do it. People were going to shrug their shoulders and say, yeah, whatever. Because we were disappointed. Now we're back. It's called fanatic. Look it up. Look up what that means.
It just feels so much better.
We're not
Stevie.
Logical. We're fanatics.
There we go.
But it's good to have fans. There's no question about it. I thought the crowd was 10. A 10. I could barely talk to Nathaniel. It just couldn't. It was that loud.
Yes.
It's the loudest of the year. But so fun. So now we get at Purdue. What time?
11.
11 o'clock at Purdue. And then we host Ohio State. Ohio State's coming in number 1 by a lot.
Yes.
I think Oregon's excellent. I do think Oregon's...
They're number 2.
Yeah, I really think Oregon's really, really good. They could win the national championship. They're that good. They went and beat Penn State. James Franklin's taking a hit at Penn State. He just can't win a top 10 game. Now, Penn State regards themselves as a football school.
Okay.
And I think they are. But he's not winning the top 10 games. And how do you get fired if he ever got fired with such a winning record? Because overall, it's a tremendous record. But it's kind of like Ohio State. Ryan Day is 72-10 or whatever. And you can't lose to Michigan. Or you just can't win. You got to get rid of him. It's nuts. So anyway, James Franklin has won, I guess, .160 against top 10 teams. It's really bad. It's the third worst record against top 10 teams since 1934. I mean, it's for Penn State, they're not happy. They booed him when it was 17-3. They booed the whiteout when it was 17-3 in Happy Valley. All right, the news will be next. We got lots more here to cover, a little more on the clips from the ball game.
A text in from Sam saying Duke beat Syracuse big yesterday. And
how about that?
Western Michigan won yesterday. All we need is teams to beat and win, and Indiana keeps winning. Makes us a stronger team with one loss.
You got that.
When looking for a bank, you deserve the best. Philo Exchange Bank is a best of Bauer bank rated 5 stars in financial strength and stability for over 28 consecutive years. Banking with us means you're banking with one of the strongest banks in the nation. Visit any one of our locations in Philo, St. Joseph, Allerton, or Broadlands to experience the best firsthand.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
News, I'm CJ Papa. The grim job for authorities this morning at a burned-out church in Grand Blanc, Michigan. Fox's Brooke Taylor is there.
Police say there are still people unaccounted for. They're digging through the church debris to find more victims. The shooter, identified as 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford from Michigan. He was killed in a shootout with officers just minutes later. He was a Marine and served from 2004 to 2008 with deployments to Iraq.
Authorities say the suspect drove his truck into the front of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, started shooting, and then set fire to the house of worship. President Trump will meet with the top 4 leaders in Congress today. Republicans at odds with Democrats over a plan to keep the government funded until November 21st. The deadline is tomorrow night. And President Trump will also meet with his Israeli counterpart today to discuss the peace plan that's on the table to end the war in Gaza. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A Guatemalan national pleading guilty to failing as a registered sex offender after being convicted of criminal sexual abuse in Illinois. Prosecutors say Roberto Nicholas Simon had previously been removed from the U.S. after he was found guilty of aggravated criminal sexual abuse of a minor in Champaign County in 2020. 31-year-old Hoopeston man cited Friday after allegedly stealing a city water meter in the 800 block of East McCracken Avenue after receiving information regarding a person violating a city ordinance. Hoopeston police then citing 31-year-old Colin Carswell of Hoopeston with theft of state-supported property. Rainfall swept across much of central Illinois last week. It was much needed. Areas in central Illinois, like Champaign County, have been in a severe drought for weeks now. Trent Ford, the Illinois state climatologist, says that while any rain is good, it wasn't enough to see any real change in the drought monitor. The rain was enough to dampen the top layer of soil. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, Kurt Lenshaw can help you with all your insurances. If you're talking home, talking auto, of course, life insurance is a great peace of mind. Kurt Lenshaw, State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor. Kurt and State Farm are there. Weather now brought to you by Grizzly's Chimney Service. One of your last calls. If you want to get your chimney ready, your fireplace ready, you want to be able to use it, or maybe you want to install a stove, some gas operated. Grizzly's Chimney Service, in business since 2008, locally owned, mom and pop. They're terrific at what they do. Chimney cleaning, chimney restoration, stove installation, tuck pointing. Got some of those flash things on your roof that might be leaking. You definitely want to get her fixed before winter. GrizzliesSweep.com. All right, check your weather. Meteorologist Greg Solier.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Talked about it time and time before. Tropical Atlantic gets busy. Generally speaking, where you sit weather-wise, you stay that way weather-wise. And for us, high pressure at the surface and up aloft will continue to strengthen its grip across the area. No rain in sight here for the next probably 10 to maybe 15 days, with the temperatures continuing at unseasonably warm levels. No real substantial cool-off until the middle part of October. So here on this next to last day of September, a little patchy fog around this morning, mainly sunny and seasonably hot weather. Highs around 90, light east to northeasterly wind. For tonight, mostly clear, lows down to 57. Nice drop off in temps in the drier air. Tomorrow, summer like warmth continues, sunshine. 85 as winds turn back into the east and northeast. Fair and 55 tomorrow night. Wednesday, partly sunny, continued warm at 83. Sunshine and highs either side of 85 on Thursday and Friday. Upper 80s Saturday, lower 80s next Sunday, Monday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, meteorologist Greg Solier.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need mailbox services, we'll be the mailbox store.
What if my business isn't brick and mortar?
Easy. With our mailbox services, you'll get a real street address instead of a P.O. box.
What if I give you a big bear hug for making my day?
Then get in here, buddy.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our mailbox services. We'll hold your mail and packages in a safe location. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
Attention drivers. When it comes to your car, trust matters. That's why savvy drivers choose PDR Automotive for top-notch service and unbeatable quality. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, their team of expert technicians has the skill and experience to keep your vehicle running smoothly. At PDR Automotive, customer satisfaction is their priority, and they won't rest until your car is back on the road performing at its best. Visit PDR Automotive in Urbana today, family owned and operated for more than 50 years. They're what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Luke Altmaier. Yeah. 3rd and 2 at the 11. No special effects. They're just going right at him. Here's Altmaier with a nice cut. Touchdown, Illini. Bada bing, bada boom.
Illinois will try to get Altmaier on the edge with the ability to run.
3rd and goal at the 3. Fagan returns. And double reverse in the end zone. Altmaier. Touchdown, Illinois. Innovation. Execution. 2nd and 8. Altmaier drops it off in the flats to Fagan. Fagan hits the edge. Down the sideline. Can he stay in bounds? Does he have enough? Touchdown, Illinois. 64 yards. Altmaier slant. Touchdown, Illinois. Justin Bullock, 25 yards.
Altmaier, what a day. The pass TD, rush TD, and receiving TD.
Unbelievable. He's pass, rush, and caught a touchdown for Luke Altmaier.
Yes.
And here's how it ended.
Here we go. From 41 yards away. Clean snap. Good hole. It's up. And good. Illinois wins.
How about that? And, of course, a lot of people jumped on the field, ran on the field, and just a lot of excitement.
Yes, it was.
And then in the West Hall, Brett Bielema, traditionally, Luke Altmaier, they walk through. He has his daughters. Fans going nutty.
Yep, put his daughter on his shoulders.
The girls are growing up.
I know it.
Man. But how fun it is. For Brett's, what do you say, his new chapter in life? When a guy was a bachelor till he's like 50, maybe not, 47, whatever it was. But he's golfing every day, and he's, bachelor, big-time coach. And here he finds the love of his life, has 2 beautiful daughters, and I guarantee you the number one thing in his life isn't football anymore.
That's right.
Anyway,
That's why we love that slogan, family.
Yep, it's good, and it was a heck of a win for Illinois. What will Jay Lehman say today?
Yeah, after 3 we'll find out. Curtis Allen and Evan Stone leading the drive, and always fun to hear Jay in that 3 o'clock hour.
He'll be on after 3 today, repeated in the 5 o'clock hour. Jay Lehman, former All-American linebacker for Illinois, he ought to be, I think, pretty impressed with the turnaround from what had happened the previous week. So good going. David Alano, we knew his name. I mean, besides the fact that he looks like he's 12, it's just a nice young man. I mean, just pleasant, but he looks 12. He really does.
Coach Brett Bielema saying best kicker.
So special to you, David?
I don't know, just all the countless, training time I put into trying to be the best version of myself. Finally, saw it come out. Obviously, you never want a game to go down to the last field goal attempt, but man, I know those 10 other guys are ready for when that moment has to come, and I was super glad with the way Pat and Keelan handled themselves, not only in that kick, but we had 45-1 before, and I was just super glad to see it go through, and it's just a bunch of emotions feeling right now.
What was going through your mind as they score? Obviously, there's enough time on the clock. You probably had a thought you might have an opportunity.
Yeah, because I'm only 12, I don't know the history. That Stevie J was thinking 99 out of 100 times we lose this game. Not this day. Not now, not this day.
I definitely kind of get an idea of what's to come, but it's not until they score and we get the ball back with less than 2, you see heads turn towards you, and that's kind of know when you're on, and it's one of those special moments where I've always dreamt about it. I'm just grateful to be part of it and be able to execute and do my job.
Have you nerves in that moment, David?
Not really, no. I mean, I know the team trusts me. I know I trust the offense to go down there and get me in the position. In that moment, it's just another kick. With Pat, Keelan, and I, just the countless kicks in training that we've been and the reps we've gotten. It's just no other different kick from training and from being in that moment. So, being with those guys and the trust I have with them definitely cools my dreams.
I think this is a really good question here.
What was it like having your dad and brother run out to celebrate?
That was awesome. In the heat of the moment, I saw everyone come in and I didn't think I was going to see them, but they found a way to get to me, and it was a super cool moment, especially because of what we've been through and how I got into the sport and their support that they've given me over the last 4 years. I was super grateful to share that moment with them.
Oh, it's unbelievable. And he was a little emotional too, teary-eyed and stuff. Anyway, pretty cool. David Alano goes down to the books. This is the second biggest win, in my opinion, in this century. That's how important this win was. The first one was Michigan. Josh Whitman sets up this Michigan 100th year Grange. Everybody looks like Red Grange, the uniforms.
Right.
It's Michigan. What are you doing?
Right.
We play Tupelo State at those games. We got to win. It's Michigan, and we won. And that was brilliant. And then
it was the 100-year anniversary. It had to be Michigan, Stevie.
I guess, whatever. I don't care if it was Michigan. I just had to win, and usually you don't beat Michigan. You can go back and count on one hand how many times you beat Michigan in 40 years. It just doesn't have it. We did. And so this one was key from the standpoint. Remember, you have to bust at Illinois. You have to bust through tradition. So tradition is we are up and down. Boy, we're good. Boy, we're not very good. Boy, we're good every other year.
Yes.
So when in July I said I want a bowl game, I'm very sincere. 6 was my goal. Mm-hmm. I have to have extended play, 3 weeks of practice and all the stuff that we're one of those, one of the bowl teams. Now, I'm telling you what, I think Luke Altmaier is going to go down as pretty special. 3-year starter. That doesn't happen much. 3-year starter. I don't know how many comeback victories. He had 5 last year. The guy under pressure, we like him. He did it again, and we rushed the ball 38 yards in a 2-minute offense? Wait a minute. We rushed the ball. At Duke, we couldn't rush an inch. At Indiana, we couldn't rush a foot. And we're rushing the ball 38 yards on a 2-minute warning? Unreal. It feels really good to win that because you don't think you're going to because you've been conditioned to lose that. So we're busting through tradition of losing those games, and it feels really, really good.
How do you feel about it? 217-359-2255, our Fisher National Bank text line.
You're welcome to text in. Now, Purdue is 11 a.m. this Saturday in West Lafayette. You can probably get a ticket if you want to go over.
That's right.
They're not selling out. They're losing pretty badly to some of these teams. They got fight. They played USC pretty well. USC came in like a 26-point favorite or something, beat them by, 10, 20. Mm-hmm. I don't think it hurt us either to have the L.A. guys start their game at 9 a.m. A game kickoff is 9 a.m. L.A. time. I think that was really good for us because I think USC is a very talented team that's going to only get better and be really good in the next few years because they got such a good recruiting class. So they're very good. It was a tremendous victory. Again, national television with all the hype in the studio and all those things. And, felt good, was good, and you're left with 60,000 really happy fans. It was just a very, very well done deal. It was kind of warm.
Yeah.
It was 82 or
yes,
something.
Yes, you're right.
People on the east side and the student section, they were getting burned.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it was 88. Yeah, it was hot.
It was warm,
It was
for
warm,
sure.
Yeah. So, but just the whole experience of having Fox there, I told 2 roadies from Fox, I said, you guys are the heroes, man. This is the same dolly. You have no idea where you are. All you're doing is setting up another steel stage with the stars that come out in their suits and not carry one thing.
I know it.
And these guys they're just out there working their butt off, and they're traveling all the time. Think about that job. I don't care what they make, 80,000, whatever it is. You're in a hotel all the time, and there's got to be a crew of 50. It's a big deal when they set up a studio in Grange Grove.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, are we out of game day for ESPN, Ohio State?
I don't know.
If I'd have told you Ohio State's going to be 6-0 and Illinois be 5-1, would you have taken it? I would have.
Yeah.
So we got to beat Purdue to be 5-1.
That's right.
Against the number 1 team, 2 ranked teams. Illinois did awfully well against USC. Maybe we should go to Champaign.
So that one, October 11th, already sold out, but we'll have our tickets that we give away with Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops and 2 locations for Jet's Pizza. 217-359-2255. We'll have a reset on that for today and go through essentially October 9th. October 9th is when you can join us on Thursday at Pia's 1609 West Springfield Avenue as we do our show between 4 and 6. We get there after 3 and kind of warm up to the crowd and get everything set to go, just like for that big noon kickoff show for Fox. It's interesting to see that production element and, people coming in, and obviously it was only, at 10:15 they were wrapped up, I believe.
Yeah, there's 9 to 10:15, but again, our guys, Orange Crush, whatever they were, fantastic.
Showed up.
Yep, and I was down there for a while in the mix and just enjoyed kind of watching it. But again, weird to see the panelists with their backs to you because it's a TV show, man, and they wanted to see the crowd. So that's how you orient it. But it's just really weird to see all the backs.
And then to see the parachuters come in at the beginning of the
show,
game.
Man. Yeah, they were
awesome.
Saw them walking around a little bit. Okay, so fun. Now, again, we approach Purdue with respect and know that they can beat us. But today it feels different. It feels like we might have elevated to a point of saying we're going to go take care of our business. We're a little better than Purdue this year. Let's see if we can show it and beat them and then set up Ohio State. And you know what? Ohio State's excellent. They're just the best team by a lot. They got 5-star recruits. I mean, they got the athletes. They got NFL guys. There'll be 10 NFL guys that we see in Champaign that'll go to the draft next year. There'll be at least 10. I mean, right? I mean, but I would think that with a great crowd, and if we're 5-1, we can compete, meaning fourth quarter, there's a chance kind of thing. And I think that's about it. I don't know if you can. These guys are really good. They went out to Washington, who'd won 22 straight home games, and beat them 24-6. And so we'll just do our best. First is Purdue. Let's see if we can beat them. 11 a.m. kick over in West Lafayette. All right, jump to some morning sports on the NFL and stuff. Baseball is over. The Cubs are preparing tomorrow to host in Wrigley Field.
Against the Padres, 2:08 start.
And we're going to play 3 afternoon games in a row if necessary. Hopefully the Cubbies can win 2. Padres are good, really good. They almost, overtook the. It was the Dodgers. Dodgers won, even though the record wasn't fantastic. Padres are right there with the Dodgers, though. So I think Padres are good. Cubs win 2. Then they advance. They were the 4 seed. So I got to figure out who they play next. First is the Padres. Best of 3, all at Wrigley. That's the new deal.
Yeah.
So
I like that. And, of course, the Bears over the Las Vegas Raiders, 25-24. Wow, we've had some tight games with some of our favorite teams. And, of course, the action over on Q96. And to watch a lot of these games from Pia's is fun, too. LA Rams took down Indianapolis's Colts to give them their first loss.
The Colts had a 20-17 lead in the fourth quarter, 20 had a lead, 21-14, I think. Anyway, Rams came back. They're good.
Well, 27-20 was the final.
The Rams winning, but the fourth quarter, Colts had a lead. So.
And then the tie with Green Bay and Dallas last night at 40.
That's so unsatisfying.
I know it.
40-40. Hey, how are you?
I mean, they've played in overtime. Why can't they just?
Because the players don't want to play all night and get hurt. The thinking is it can't be too long a game. You're going to get more injuries, all that stuff. But no, they're 40-40, and the Bears are a player right now in that black and blue division. Here we go. Come on, Chicago Bears. It's heard on WQQB Q96.
Well, and you mentioned the Ryder Cup going to Europe this year.
It did. We had an impressive Sunday. Wasn't enough to catch them. We were just not good on Friday and Saturday. Big crowds. Beth Page. The golf course was set up kind of easily. I don't know why they would set up something like that. They cut the rough. It was soft conditions. Not that they can control that as much, but in any event, Ryder Cup goes to Europe, so they've won 11 of the last 15. We've won 3 times this century. Europe's been dominating me, so.
Well, and you're right, Stevie. The heckling from Americans is what's taken some of the headlines, unfortunately. That doesn't look good at all.
Well, Rory McIlroy was very upset about it because his wife was there, and they're just saying inappropriate stuff. You just should not do that. Anyway, that's the Ryder Cup for this time. It's awfully exciting and fun to see the excitement from the golfers themselves.
Our Illinois golfers, the Wyndham Memorial Classic hosted by Northwestern, tee off at 8:30 today with that shotgun start. We also had Illinois volleyball taking down number 10 Purdue 3-1. And we also had Illinois soccer take a loss to number 23 Ohio State 3-0. So they're 9-2-1 on the season.
Happy birthday to Riley, the former Riley Suits, now Riley Cacciatarian, Christian's wife. Riley is, if you know Riley, she's just a sparkle. She is such an unbelievable person, and we're very blessed to have her in our family now. She and Christian just returned from New York City.
Okay.
With her mom Diana. So they had a great time, and it was wonderful to see them back again. I was dog sitting. We were dog sitting all last week, and it was wonderful. We love little Nala. Nala as in Lion King, Nala.
Every once in a while, you'd hear a little
guard dog. Guard dog's what we called her. But anyway, happy birthday, Riley. We love you. It's 7:51. We'll check meteorologist Greg Solier's weather coming up, and again, it's going to be about the same.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Let your local Farmers Insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Looking for a roof you could count on? Call Freedom Roofing. Locally owned and proudly serving Central Illinois. Whether it's residential or commercial roofing or even siding, Freedom Roofing gets the job done right. With over 280 5-star Google reviews, you know you're working with a team you can trust. Quality work, honest prices, and service that stands tall, just like the flag we fly. Visit freedomchampaign.com today. Freedom Roofing, built on integrity, powered by pride.
You know, with like Lands Inc., we specialize in, we've got an amazing HVAC department that takes care of your furnace, you know, your heat system, air conditioning, they do that. And for us in Underground, we take care of all your pipes that come into your home, leave your home, and work around your home to keep it dry, you know, your drainage system, sump pumps, things like that. And exactly what you said, if you don't know, you know, a couple decades ago, it was more like, oh, something broke, go fix it, repair it, no big deal. Well, now with the technology, we have cameras, like you said, that we can come in on these Orange Comfort Clubs, and we can camera your sewer lines underneath your house and check them out just to make sure they're fine. If there's something wrong with it, we can show you right then. You know, truth is in seeing it. We show it to you, and then you can plan as a homeowner for making those repairs or dealing with that issue later on. If it's an immediate need, at least you're not caught off surprise.
That sewer camera inspection with a proper clean out. I was just learning more at landsinc.com.
All right, 7:53 weather with meteorologist Greg Solier, brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Take gutter cleaning off your to-do list with Gutter Helmet. Your gutters will never clog and you won't fall off a ladder. A proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. Learn more at kramersiding.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign and vicinity. As expected, tropical Atlantic basin getting busy. High pressure continues to strengthen its grip aloft and at the surface out of the southern Canadian prairie down through the heart of the Corn Belt and the Midwest. More summer-like warmth continuing on. No sign of any direct landfall to Imelda and or Umberto, but squally weather for the mid-Atlantic region, especially coastal sections. Plenty of rain and southward into eastern Florida. No rain in the forecast around here till perhaps the mid-stretch of next week. So patchy fog around early on this morning. Mainly sunny, hot for the time of year. The high around 90. Normal highs at about 72. East-northeasterly winds 6 to 12 miles per. Mostly clear tonight. More comfortable as the night wears on. And 57. The dawn temperature tomorrow. Summer-like warmth continues. Sunny at 85. Light east to southeasterly wind shifting back into the northeast. 55 tomorrow night. Partly sunny, warm at 83 on Wednesday. Middle 80s Thursday and Friday. Upper 80s Saturday. Low to mid 80s continues Sunday and Monday of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. A new front door can instantly upgrade the look of your home and make it more energy efficient. The Kramer Siding and Window team can also install French doors to your deck or patio, welcoming the outside in, or storm doors for an extra layer of protection against the elements. The estimate is free, financing is available, and the business is local. Schedule your beautiful new door today and save 25%. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Our Fisher National Bank text line. You can text us if you'd like. 217-359-2255. Some texts coming in.
Chris had mentioned the best thing about the game was watching my son as they were kicking the field goal, squatting down with his hands on his face, begging them to make it. Odd thing is, I already knew the outcome because my phone told me before the TV, but I let it play out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And someone else, 217 texter, we are also quietly top 10 in the 2026 recruiting class.
That's huge.
So let's take that.
Yeah. I mean, in the Big 10, which is really the Big 18, it's hard to be very high up because Ohio State's going to be there, Michigan's going to be there, Penn State's going to be there. I would think Indiana's going to start climbing up a little bit, too, with their new reputation of being kind of a football powerhouse. Indiana's ranked 9th this week. So they've come from 19 to 11 up to 9 after they beat Iowa in Iowa, which was a very good football game. Iowa played them pretty tough, but they ended up winning Indiana 20, Iowa 15. You said somebody took a friend that'd never been?
Yes, some of my Pia's winners were sitting around us, and so I, obviously during the broadcast, I get to see who actually is winning the tickets instead of the text in to win style winners. So it was just great to have him bring. Mike brought his friend Denny, and had never been to a game, and it was just awesome.
Well,
just to see the giddiness of it all.
Did you tell Denny it's like this every week?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, this is what it. But that's the whole point, is that it is about experiences. It takes time. You can't go from 12,000 through the turnstile 7 years ago against Northwestern to this without winning.
Yeah.
Our 10-win season, our upset of 10.5-point underdogs to South Carolina, we win that game. It's just, those are gigantic. The win on Saturday, I'm telling you, is. I said second biggest of the century. Citrus Bowl was pretty big, but I'm just saying from the standpoint of the program's over. We lost by 53 to, it's just we had to get that. We just really, really needed it, and we got it. Now it feels like, what's the problem?
Yeah.
What's it? We're 4-1.
That's right.
Top 25. Yeah, no biggie. It's kind of what we do.
Absolutely.
It's just a different. Like, I feel like you're just not this perennial inconsistent program. Brad Underwood. Winning as coach of Big Ten 6 years, 3 times Big Ten champion. Wow. Okay, that's kind of, but now we expect kind of that. So his job is to go get the pieces of the puzzle, pay them whatever, and get them to like each other and hang out. I mean, it's hard to do. It's hard to do in a Park District team, people.
Right.
This is not easy what they're doing. I don't care what they're getting paid, $8 million, whatever it is. That's what the market pays. If you want to be a coach, go be a coach, work your way through, travel to 10 cities after you're fired 9 times. It's just what it is. So go do whatever it is that'll make you a lot of money. But I'm just saying, it's really hard. It's hard to do that. It's just really hard.
I was walking into the east side there, and I feel like it does help if you go in near where your tickets are so you can kind of get in more quickly. And I saw one of the Ivisevich brothers, and I jumped up to high-five him, and I said, we're psyched up about basketball this season.
Well, which one was it?
And he had a little beard.
Well, what's that mean? I mean, you don't know Thomas Isevich?
Yeah, I think it was Thomas.
Okay, because his brother definitely is
right,
not.
I don't know Z as well.
They're twins, but I don't think they look alike.
Right. And anyway, my hand was stinging like for the next 3 minutes. He really like high-fived me and I just was like jumping up to hit his hand because he's
First
so
of all,
tall.
if you sit in the bleachers behind him, you won't see.
I know that.
Because he's too tall. It's like, man.
So
That's
fun
awesome.
at homecoming to see a lot of players coming in and just
a lot of teams
alumni.
that reassembled.
And then the REO Speedwagon.
REO halftime I thought was great.
Well,
I thought it was great.
We couldn't hear Kevin talk though. Could you?
They put little speakers down. It's totally oriented to the west,
right?
Because they brought not great speakers, in my opinion, for the event.
To me, the voice of the Illini, Andy Isbell, just should have handed Kevin his mic.
It makes sense.
To make it go on the Jumbotron.
It should have been. They brought the speakers down. We heard Kevin fine, but that's the West. They had their backs to you, It would have been better. It was awesome seeing him out there. I thought he was going to sing.
Yeah.
Probably too complicated with the bounce and all the things that go on with that.
True.
It was just good to see a bunch of older guys, REO Speedwagon, thrilled to be in the parade.
But you were right, Stevie. There were some students around me going, who is this?
Yeah, I know. That's the way that works. Hey, we'll be back. That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. It's time for the news. We'll be right back. It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
The FBI is searching a dead gunman's home in Michigan. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The morning after a deadly attack at a church in Grand Blanc.
To try to get to the bottom of why he would commit such an act of evil.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt also just told Fox they want to know
how premeditated it was, how much planning went into it, whether he left a note.
Fox's Brooke Taylor is there where it happened.
The shooter rammed his pickup truck right through the front doors of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. 4 victims died and 8 others are in the hospital. Police say the shooter then set the church on fire using gasoline and burning it right to the ground. 2 of the people who died were shot and the others were trapped in the burning church.
And they're searching the charred remains of that church, looking for more possible victims. 5 people are recovering from Saturday night's shooting in Southport, North Carolina, where 3 others were killed when a gunman drove a boat up to a waterfront bar and opened fire. That suspect's due in court today. So is Tyler Robinson, the accused Charlie Kirk assassin. He'll appear at the hearing virtually, though, via video from jail in Utah. Back to Caroline Leavitt at the White House, where President Trump will meet with congressional leaders this afternoon ahead of a deadline to fund the government by tomorrow night.
Now is not the time to try to get political points against Donald Trump. Now is the time to do right by the American people and keep the government funded. Our most vulnerable in our society and our country will be impacted by a government shutdown.
Democrats are demanding provisions they say will prevent cuts in health care coverage. Before the meeting, the president will sit down with Israel's prime minister, pushing a ceasefire for Gaza.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu tells Fox he's working on it with U.S. officials.
And I hope we can make it a go because we want to free our hostages. We want to get rid of Hamas rule and have them disarmed.
There are differences still between Netanyahu and President Trump. The president criticized Israeli airstrikes inside Qatar and says he won't allow Israel to annex the West Bank.
That's Jared Halpert. America's listening to Fox News.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion. That's billion with a B. Yeah, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words Micro. That's pound 250, Micro.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Life in prison. That's the sentence a man got today in Iraq, convicted of human trafficking for recruiting Iraqis to fight for Russia in the war in Ukraine. Now, as that war rages on, Fox's Steve Harrigan reports from Moscow.
Over the weekend in Ukraine, they were hit hard by more than 600 drones in a massive attack, more than 40 missiles. This was really a 12-hour attack, really targeting the city of Kiev. At least 4 people dead, 70 wounded in that fight. But here in Moscow, if you went around the streets here over the weekend as we did, it's hard to tell that this is actually a country at war. That's how big the contrast is.
The Europeans won golf's Ryder Cup, beating Team USA at the Bethpage Black Course in New York. In baseball, the regular season ended with Cleveland and Toronto winning division titles, and Cincinnati Reds grabbed the last National League wild card, and the playoffs start tomorrow. On Sunday Night Football, a tie between Dallas and Green Bay. And at halftime, during that game, they announced who will play at the Super Bowl halftime show in February.
Rapper and singer Bad Bunny will perform during the big game at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California on February 8th. He's had a big year, a new album in January and a 30-date residency in San Juan that drew more than 500,000 fans. The Grammy winner is set to host the Saturday Night Live season opener next weekend and is leading all nominees at the Latin Grammys. Bad Bunny was born in Puerto Rico and recently explained he was not including the mainland U.S. in his latest tour because he was concerned that fans would be targeted by ICE agents. Just minutes before the Super Bowl announcement was made, he posted on social media that he did plan one U.S. show after all. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
On Wall Street, rising stock futures suggest gains at the opening bell to start the week. This after the slight losses last week for the Dow and the NASDAQ. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Rainfall swept across much of central Illinois last week. It was much needed. Areas in central Illinois, like Champaign County, have been in a severe drought for weeks now. Trent Ford, the Illinois state climatologist, says that while any rain is good, it wasn't enough to see any real change in the drought monitor. The rain was enough to dampen the top layer of soil. A Guatemalan national pleading guilty to failing as a registered sex offender after being convicted of criminal sexual abuse in Illinois. Prosecutors say Roberto Nicholas Simon had previously been removed from the U.S. after he was found guilty of aggravated criminal sexual abuse of a minor in Champaign County in 2020. 31-year-old Hoopeston man cited Friday after allegedly stealing a city water meter in the 800 block of East McCracken Avenue after receiving information regarding a person violating a city ordinance. Hoopeston police then citing 31-year-old Colin Carswell of Hoopeston with theft of state-supported property. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Right, thank you, Jim, and welcome to our 8 o'clock hour. This is September 29, 2025, 30, and then October 1, Wednesday already, fourth quarter. Greg Solier, wow. Here we are.
Yeah.
Costco had Christmas trees out for sale, well lit. You could go ahead.
That stuff's been out for a while.
Yes.
Okay.
Trust me.
I hadn't seen it. So.
Right after the back to school, I feel like we start pivoting towards the holidays.
Yeah, their Christmas stuff was in the back of the store, the warehouse, and then it's been slowly moving up and towards the registers as Halloween has been approaching too. So
wish you could have seen my shopping cart path at Costco on a Sunday afternoon. It was like weaving here and going down this aisle because this aisle is too crowded. I mean, it was one of those. They had 250 people at least in there at the same time. And it was, but they move people through pretty well.
They do. They do.
And you know what? You ask anybody at Costco where stuff is, they kind of know. Which I think is impressive as well. But what they'll have on Wednesday that goes out Friday, they don't get it back. It's usually just sometimes they have it and sometimes they don't, kind of thing.
Yep.
So you can't buy Shout It Out, the spray.
Oh, really?
Sometimes they do, sometimes.
Okay, gotcha.
But I don't think they're out. They just don't carry them all the time. So anyway, there was just.
I think it depends on whatever deal they can come up with for nationally that
maybe
they can
How
put
many?
That stuff out there,
I'll take your SKUs, but I want 50,000 of this, and no, I can't give them. Well, then we won't buy it this time. They only have 44,000 SKUs, which isn't very many. They normally
that stuff is also specially if I understand it right, especially packaged. You see the packaging different at a Costco versus say if you were to walk into another retailer or a grocery store just to get it out of those skids and get it out the door.
Yeah, I think you're right. The way they load them in, but I can't stand their milk. It's like the weirdest thing. Like they don't have a really neck on the thing. It's just hard to pour, and it's just not comfortable. But it might be because of the pallets they have to move all the time. But no, it's definitely busy. Homecoming, parents in town. Let's go load up with the
That's right.
And they were all there. I took roll call. All 45, 50, 60,000 students were there.
That's right.
But it was.
It's 60 now.
60,000 people on the campus.
It's amazing, the enrollment these
days. It counts
days.
the online too, doesn't it?
I think.
That's a lot of people.
It is a lot. It's a big freshman class.
I would like Costco to give me their total receipts. On a Saturday before school starts here. I mean, what do you think it is? I'm guessing 2 million in one day.
Really?
Oh, I think it is.
That much?
Sam's used to do $1 million a day on the weekend.
My goodness.
Wow. I mean, County Market did 188,000 on an afternoon on Easter. Wow. I mean, it's just that it's a bulk deal. You're making only a few percentage points profit, but it tends to work for them. So good for them. Yeah, good for you.
You get the foot traffic out there. We walk in to get one or two things, and then we're walking out with 6 things.
No,
things.
and it's all $300. Boom. Yeah. That's all you got. You can't go buy. You never spend $20 anywhere like that. Sam's, Costco. And by the way, when you come into Costco, the big TVs, Steve Suderman talks about them at Good Vibes. Yeah, good luck. I mean, they're beautiful. You're carrying it yourself. They're brands I've never heard of. And if the thing doesn't turn on, good luck.
And you got to set it up yourself.
Call Bob. His name is Bob Costco in Butte, Montana, and see how that goes. No, they just don't. You're just not going to get the service. That's why we go to Good Vibes. Okay.
That's what we like about the, shop local. That counts too.
Absolutely. Weather on ESPN, brought to you this morning by Carl.
Working every day to improve the health of community members across the region. If you'd like an opportunity for growth and a great environment, visit carl.org/careers.
What you see is what you get, sir. Is that right?
Weather-wise or at Costco?
At this moment, weather.
Well, okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Rinse and repeat around here. The old, as Rush would say, just ditto it. And that's the way it goes. Each and every day, kind of late summer-like warmth that continues on. Even some hot weather today. Tropics busy. Umberto, Category 5, but winding its way in the open waters. But right on its heels. And you can't get two storms like that at the scale that all social media was talking about to, wind their way through the Atlantic. One's got to weaken. One's got to strengthen. So we'll get Umberto to weaken, a little strengthening on Melda, but moving out to sea, but a lot of squally weather up and down the mid-Atlantic region, Outer Banks down to eastern Florida. That blocking of tropical systems builds high pressure here, and it's a rinse and repeat forecast of sunshine, heat today on the second to last day of September. 90 the high. We ought to be about 73 this time of the year. Light east wind, clear, comfortable tonight in the drier air. We bottom out at 57. We're currently 67 out the door this morning. Up to about 85 tomorrow, 83 Wednesday, middle 80s Thursday, heading towards the middle and upper 80s Friday and Saturday, low 80s Sunday and Monday. No rain in the forecast till maybe mid or even late next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Yeah, we're glowing in the aftermath of the Illini's win over USC, a proverbial powerhouse, 9 national championships. And they came into Champaign as an 8-point favorite, and we beat them. We're leading the whole way, but all of a sudden USC takes the lead with 2 minutes left. And I said 99 out of 100 times Illinois loses that game. Not this day.
Yes.
Not now.
That's right.
2 minutes left, and they're saying, the announcers are saying, well, why would USC go for a touchdown that early? They're down by 1, 31-29. They're down by 2. I can't remember the score. Anyway, they were losing. They needed a touchdown. Yes, 31-25. So they needed a touchdown, extra point, take the lead. 2 minutes left, 3 timeouts for both teams. Run the ball once, you take 40 seconds off the clock. But they threw it to the end zone, got a touchdown. Well, as Brother Johnny told me on Saturday, you take the touchdown when you can get it. There's no given you're going to get it. So if you see something, you got to shoot and try and get it. Because if you do, you're ahead, and then they're going, we had to lead the whole game. Well, we didn't do that. March down the field, 3 timeouts. And last play of the game, David Alano.
41-yard kick.
41-yard kick, and, of course, they had the camera right behind. And if you're at the stadium, it's hard to tell. You kind of you lean on the students. They're right there, and the students started going crazy. And you said, oh, my gosh.
And you see the arms up.
Yeah, because it's you can tell solid kick and everything. You don't know the direction, you can't see it, but really fun.
Here we go from 41 yards away. Clean snap, good hole. It's up and good. Illinois wins.
I mean, the last big kick like that was against Wisconsin, when Dre Brown wouldn't go down. By the way, Dre Brown is the assistant general manager now for USC. General managers' jobs are really, really good in college football. Yeah, it's a new position. General manager of football, I think they make $1 million a year.
Man.
Assistant general manager, of course, not. But Dre Brown, who would not go down against Wisconsin, ranked 6th. I think it was Tony Adams made the pick. The interception, got the ball midfield. Dre wouldn't go down. Bump, bump, boom, boom. And then we had a decent look at a field goal. And the kid made it. We upset Wisconsin. But they jumped on the kid, and he lost consciousness because there's like 1,000 pounds on his chest. he lost consciousness because I know the guy that was on top of him said the kid's eyes went up and rolled up and he lost.
Oh man!
But this time they kind of was kind of a jump up and down like you're at a disco. You know, you were just jumping up. They weren't doing that to David Alano. So that's the last big kick I can remember to win a game against a big time team.
Yes.
And that's kind of what happened Saturday. So a lot of fun, and we were very happy to be there. I got some Luke Allmeyer in the locker room. We'll get to some of that coming up.
And I just got a text in 217-359-2255. Of course, we'd love your perspective of what happened Saturday, but a shout out to University of Illinois Police Department for planning the game and planning for the big noon kickoff show with Fox. Thank you, Crystal.
Yeah, no, listen, Joe McCullough, captain, who kind of heads it up. That's another job. I wouldn't want to be a roadie. I would never want to be a roadie. I think that's hard, really hard. But to be responsible for the safety of 75,000 people, 60 in, 15 out, all the people, the nefarious things, the horrible things that are going on in our country over the weekend, it's unbelievable. We've got to recap a little of that. Check your sports headline.
All right. Well, we did have that big Illini win with that 41-yard field goal from David Alano in the last seconds, as now we bumped up to number 22 as we face Purdue at 11 o'clock. This is the Cannon Trophy and that rivalry that's going on with Purdue and West Lafayette. Then the next home game will be, it's already sold out, against number 1 Ohio State.
Game day doesn't decide till the week off. If we beat Purdue and Ohio State's rolling along 6-0, 5-1, maybe. I don't know how I think they wait to see what's happening. We had a great show for Fox. Maybe ESPN saw it. And game day, we've never had that here either.
Yeah.
Could we get them both in the same year? Wow.
And then a tight one as the Bears win 25-24 over the Las Vegas Raiders. We also had the Rams beating the Indianapolis Colts 27-20. Colts getting their first loss of the season. And kind of odd for you Packer fans, 40-40 tied with Dallas after an overtime expired.
Just confusing, the NFL. The Cowboys looked awful against the Bears. Bears won easily, 31-14 or something. And then Green Bay looks like nobody in the world ever is going to beat that team early in the season, the way they handled the Lions. And Dallas gets 40 on them. Anyway, it's just hard to predict.
Right.
And Buffalo beats the Saints yesterday. The Saints were within 2 in the fourth quarter. They were supposed to lose by 20. Wow. You can't call this thing.
Right.
Really hard.
So baseball, we've got the Padres with a 2:08 start on Tuesday, right? At
Playoffs,
Wrigley.
Cubs, best of 3 in Wrigley is how they do the first round.
And you'll hear the action over on US 105.9.
October is National Preparedness Month, and October is Wednesday. Okay, what's that mean? Busey wants you to think about the what-ifs. Saving money in an emergency savings account that you don't go to for a vacation. You save it in case there's an emergency. If you're unsure how much you should save, check out Busey's budgeting tool. It's called Money Manager, available through Busey's eBank. Have access to important documents you want to save, like if you have a safety deposit box at home, put some of the very important documents that you want to make sure you can get to, because everybody's going to want to know what your policy you've got, and your agent will help you and all that stuff, but you want everything in one spot. With more than 150 years of strength and service, Busey knows the importance of a lasting promise. Wherever the road of life takes you, Busey is there with you every step of the way. For more information about financial preparedness, you can go to Busey.com. And again, within that there's something called Money Matters, and they've got all kinds of budgeting tools and things that will help you in the event, God forbid, that you need the emergency fund with tornadoes around here and all the water that's possible, even though we haven't seen it in a month and a half. It's all Busey for over 157 years. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Some madman attacks a church over the weekend in Grand Blanc, Michigan.
And then sets it on fire.
Drives his truck into it, sets it on fire, kills, I think, at least 4 that are dead as of this morning. Over the weekend, there was a guy in a boat shooting at a restaurant. Just shooting indiscriminately at a restaurant. It's just the face of evil.
Right.
It's just so unbelievably unexplained. And now we're trying to find out the motive to the church guy. He apparently had no connection to that church. All right, our weather this morning brought to you by Busey. Busey, member FDIC, and anytime you need a wealth manager, anything at Busey, they're happy to sit down with you, no cost or obligation. Busey, member FDIC. All right, here again, Greg Solier.
Logan, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Talked about it time and time before. Tropical Atlantic gets busy. Generally speaking, where you sit weather-wise, you stay that way weather-wise. And for us, high pressure at the surface and up aloft will continue to strengthen its grip across the area. No rain inside here for the next probably 10 to maybe 15 days, with the temperatures continuing at unseasonably warm levels. No real substantial cool-off until the middle part of October. So here on this next to last day of September, a little patchy fog around this morning, mainly sunny and seasonably hot weather. Highs around 90, light east to northeasterly wind. For tonight, mostly clear, lows down to 57. Nice drop off in temps in the drier air. Tomorrow, summer-like warmth continues, sunshine. 85 as winds turn back into the east and northeast. Fair and 55 tomorrow night. Wednesday, partly sunny, continued warm at 83. Sunshine and highs either side of 85 on Thursday and Friday. Upper 80s Saturday, lower 80s next Sunday, Monday. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Video game giant Electric Arts is being sold to investment firms for $55 billion. The buyers are the Saudi public investment fund Silver Lake and Affinity Partners. EA shareholders will receive $210 per share in cash. The Labor Department's September employment report could be delayed if there's a government shutdown. It's scheduled to be released on Friday. The Wall Street Journal says a couple of days might not be a huge disruption, but a significant shutdown could be an issue for nervous investors looking for reassurance that the Federal Reserve is still heading for more interest rate cuts. First Brands, the auto parts supplier, has filed for bankruptcy reorganization, but plans to keep operating during the process. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
That heat's going to be out there for one more day.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2 we're gonna get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow, it's the fastest lawnmowers in the world, called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. All right, ESPN 93.5, Jay Lehman on with Curtis Allen, Evan Stone later the day after the 3 o'clock hour on The Drive. What's Jay think of the Illini's recovering this last week following the Indiana game and beating USC in the last-second field goal by David Alano, a name we kind of knew, but now we know better because he's our kicker. Brett Bielema had said after the game on national television, he's the best kicker I've ever been around. Later he said, when I recruited him, I saw the tape, but when I was with him, it had a different sound when it comes off his foot. Kind of like when you square something up in baseball, you can hear it. When you hit a flush shot in golf, you can hear it. You can really tell if you got that one. And apparently he thumps it, and it's just one of those things. I had mentioned earlier how young the young man looks. I don't know how old David Alano is. It could be 22. But, it's just amazing as life goes on and you start looking at our campus crowd and you're thinking, these kids aren't old enough to be here. They're too young. Look at that. I don't think he'll shave for 10 years.
I think it's just us, Stevie. I think everyone else just knows the kids are young.
I never looked that young. I never looked that young. It's really amazing, the evolution of life.
Yes.
But anyway, we're enjoying that. They had Brad Underwood on the pregame show, too. They had him standing over there with bunch of people around him, and he was clapping and his sunglasses on. Mm-hmm. As we, and they did a little thing with Kylan Boswell and I just don't know, the top Balkan guy from Cal. I can't remember. It's a Petrovich or something.
Okay.
Anyway,
that sounds right.
They were trying to, show him a few moves and stuff and spin the basketball and stuff like that. So anyway, basketball again got in on it. Kylan Boswell just really, Brad thinks he could be one of the best defenders in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I have no idea which Vitch is going to start. I don't know. There are going to be a lot of Balkans. And just like Georgia Prashanzvili, it'll take me a couple months, but I'll get there. I'll get there. But if you don't have a name ending VIC or VICH, we got a problem here. Okay. But don't we have 5 of them?
I believe so.
We have 5 Balkans that are, it's like they've played a lot of basketball and pro and stuff in Europe. They're just kind of very experienced. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure Thomas Isevich will help his brother and the others understand that the Big Ten, they're going to push you around a lot.
Yeah.
And so you better get ready for the physical nature of Big Ten basketball because it's rather physical. Anyway, it ought to be fun. And I don't know, is it like Christmas? Open up a new season every year with a new package. I don't know what's in there. Year to year, I don't know. I think Brad Underwood is excellent at figuring stuff out like that. He'd probably be very good at puzzles or, I don't know, Wheel of Fortune or something. He just knows how to do that. I don't think it's very easy because you have to know kind of the background, who might fit with who and what the rubs are and those kinds of things and how far do you push that. It is a real skill to put together a team in college anymore because if it's a major ball club in a Power 4 conference or whatever it is, you got to figure out how much to pay them, what the other guy's going to think of that because everybody's going to know. Then you got to figure out just how much you've got to spend, who's the investment in, what about that ankle? I thought I heard that in Europe. All those things.
Yeah.
Way more complicated than let's work on the out-of-bounds play at half court. I mean, it's just a whole different deal. They're recruited here and are on scholarship, and you can't leave or you sit out a year. I mean, now it's just like swinging gate.
Yes.
Man.
Okay, so how about Chase McLaughlin kicking 65-yard field goal, Tampa Bay Buccaneers? That was
I didn't see that. 65.
Man.
That's crazy.
I'm going to look that up. Thanks for the note, Jim.
It's stunning to me how the NFL guys, 56 yards, ought to make it. I mean, it's what? Tom Dempsey, had the record for how many years? You can still go to the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, and listen to the call from the radio guy. The Detroit Lions and the Saints were playing in a game in 1971 or whenever it was, and they're laughing. The defense is laughing because he's trying to kick a 63-yard field goal, and it went through, barely. And so now these kids, I mean, you tell me, like a pitcher, he throws 99. So's everybody else. Yeah. It's just not, what are you doing? Evolution. But there's a guy for Jacksonville. Their kicker had a 70-yard field goal in preseason. 70. So in other words, if you are at the 50-yard line, you can take a swing at it. 50. You usually have to get to the 31-yard line to have an open. Yeah, get halfway.
Man,
it's nuts.
Crazy.
All right, we're going to be back. Another whole half hour to go. I have a random cut from Steve Harvey. I'm a fan of Steve Harvey. I think he's major league talent. Host of Wheel of Fortune. Is it Wheel of Fortune? No. Family Feud.
Family Feud.
You got to hear this clip, and it's very serious and very poignant. Stand by.
Join Salt and Light Thursday, October 23rd for our first annual Masquerade Ball. This year's theme is Cirque du Soleil and has everything from fire performers and aerialists to stilt walkers and contortionists, live music, and so much more. For one magical night, we'll stand together to change lives and transform our community with great food and drinks, music, whimsical entertainment, and a live and silent auction. Visit www.saltandlightministry.org and click the Masquerade tab for all the info.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. There's a search for bodies at a Mormon church in Michigan burned down during an arson attack and mass shooting.
We have 5 deceased persons from this tragic incident,
including the gunman who was killed by police.
We do know that there are some that are unaccounted for.
Grand Blanc Township Police Chief William Rennie. Investigators haven't said anything about a possible motive. President Trump meets with congressional leaders today about federal funding and a possible government shutdown Wednesday.
All we are asking for is a common sense, clean funding resolution, a continuing resolution to keep the government open.
White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt, Massachusetts House Democrat Jake Auchincloss, also on Fox.
We're not going to get everything that we want, but we do want to get a couple of big wins for the middle class.
The president also meets today with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Darren Bailey running for governor of Illinois again. The former Republican state senator announced that bid. He chose Cook County Republican Party Chair Aaron Delmar as his running mate. Bailey lost to the Governor Pritzker's race in 2022. A 31-year-old Hoopeston man cited Friday after allegedly stealing a city water meter in the 800 block of McCracken Avenue after receiving information regarding a person violating a city ordinance. Hoopeston police then cited 31-year-old Colin Carswell of Hoopeston with theft of state-supported property. Illinois Farm Bureau mourning the death of a leader. IFB Director of National Legislation Ryan Whitehouse died last Wednesday. It followed an accident in Michigan. He was just 43. Aerosmith, Illinois native started working for the Illinois Farm Bureau back in June of 2013. He held various roles on the governmental affairs as well as commodities team. And that's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Kick off football season like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circus Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circus Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Check your weather. Our meteorologist is Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. As expected, tropical Atlantic basin getting busy. High pressure continues to strengthen its grip aloft and at the surface. Out of the southern Canadian prairie down through the heart of the Corn Belt and the Midwest. More summer-like warmth continuing on. No sign of any direct landfall to Imelda and or Umberto, but squally weather for the mid-Atlantic region, especially coastal sections. Plenty of rain in southward into eastern Florida. No rain in the forecast around here here till perhaps the mid-stretch of next week. Some patchy fog around early on this morning, mainly sunny, hot for the time of year. The high around 90, normal highs at about 72. East-northeasterly winds 6 to 12 miles per. Mostly clear tonight, more comfortable as the night wears on, and 57. The dawn temperature tomorrow, summer-like warmth continues, sunny at 85. Light east to southeasterly wind shifting back into the northeast. 55 tomorrow night, partly sunny, warm at 83 on Wednesday. Middle 80s Thursday and Friday, upper 80s Saturday. Low to mid 80s continues Sunday and Monday of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm Meteorologist Greg Solier.
Well, tell me what I need to know about Dedicated Diesel and Dixie Chopper, buddy.
Well, Dedicated Diesel, the safety lane is open from 8 to 4 every day. If farmers need to get their trailers or their grain trucks inspected to be compliant with state law, they need to come through. No appointment necessary, but we stop accepting people at 4 o'clock so that they can get those inspections done by 4:30 and all the paperwork done and close up on time. But that is a requirement in the state of Illinois, and we're open to do that. Plus, of course, the Dixie Choppers are there for sale. Stop by and see Andy at 1313 Triumph Drive. Take a look at those. Get the best deal you'll ever get on a quality industrial, commercial, or residential lawnmower.
Awesome.
It's fast.
Yeah, fast as ever. Hey, so how can I reach you, Tim Onstadt?
They can call me at 765-793-7131 and extension 4. They can get me on email at timo@gftlog.com.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Yeah, we're having a little pronunciation lesson here. We're trying to figure out if we can name the basketball team
They
now.
need to do pronunciation guide in the roster.
They just need them to say, and then we can play them over and over.
Right.
It's Andrei Stojakovic. His dad was the pro. That's the top guy that we need to score 20 points a game or
And
whatever.
he's a junior.
He's a junior, so came from California. Yeah. I think he got the most NIL monies for the street.
Right.
The street says that. Anyway, we will look forward to basketball. Still kind of soaking up the Illinois win. Big deal for the community. Just a little bounce in the step. Coming off of that Indiana game, we all were a little down in the dumps about everything. Now we feel totally better because we really had a good win, and we really needed that.
Yes.
It was very important for our program to show that that wasn't really who we are, and who we are is a quarterbacked club with Luke Allmeyer is who we are.
Can you just walk me through why this team was able to bounce back in the way that you guys did over the course of the last 7 days?
Just a lot of connection and maturity. Like I said, like I've always said, older group. We've been there, done that. We've had our fair share of adversities, successes. We just know how to, we know how to do the right things. That's the bottom line. Like we knew Saturday, we knew today was coming, no matter how we felt, and so we maximized every single moment we had throughout the week. So we didn't have that feeling again, last Saturday, and we did that.
You sure did. And so let's remember last year. Remember the Michigan game? We beat Michigan.
Yes.
Red Grange Day.
Yes.
Then went to Oregon, and the game was over in 5 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we had, it was like 48 to whatever, 8, 10. We got pounded. Indiana was making a point. We lost all of our safeties and defensive backs. We were playing third string guys hadn't been in there. So it got worse, and then they quit passing, and we still couldn't stop them. So it was probably regarded as a little worse simply because the score made it look that way.
Yeah.
But Oregon pounded me last year, and we won the Citrus Bowl. So these guys, he's right. They've been through all this. They have been there, done that. They're older. 18 returnees, something like 18 starters?
18.
Shocking. Yeah.
And so we prepared the right way and stayed the course, and we knew green only grows in the valley, and that's what we did. Thank God, man. Just thank Jesus for being so faithful, for allowing us to go through those things just to grow our faith. It was that's where the true success is, man. And just our character and our faiths and our love for each other is just so deep and confident group. Like we didn't waver at all throughout the all the scrutiny and criticism. Throughout the week, we just we did the right things, man.
That's why Stevie J said Friday we're going to play really well because it's all about character, and I think this is a character-rich team. we're going to play really well. The fans are going to be fantastic. They were fantastic.
Yes, they were.
And then I said at the end, but I don't know if we'll win. And that was pretty close, too. This team, Brett Bielema, led by Brett Bielema, coaching staff, they have character. And if you have a bunch of guys that get in trouble, they go out, and they know better than that, we don't have that. We got a good bunch of kids that the thing just happened. Jay Lehman last Monday said, sometimes it just happens. That's what happened to us. Are we a bad team? Obviously not. That's when Brett Bielema said it wasn't that bad. He meant this is correctable. We know what we're going to do. And they got it done in 5 days. Mm-hmm. That's impressive. From that to this? And then they take the lead when we had the whole game. Why did we fumble twice in the end zone? We lost again.
Oh, man.
Mildred, we lost again.
But no.
No.
And it made me nervous when the clock was running down and he was waiting and...
Well, you just call timeout. You don't want to kick
3
off.
seconds
You
left
don't want
or
to kick off. You want to end the game. You don't want to have
so much pressure on David Alano's
They're talking to the
shoulders.
official. They said, I'm going to call it at 3. So it's not like, I didn't see you say, no, I told you I'm calling it at 3 seconds, 4 seconds, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing had to end at that. Thus, the fans got to run out there. And again, kudos to everybody. It was all very good. They got the teams off. All that happened.
Yep.
And it also was exciting, but it wasn't like we hadn't been there. That I thought it was, it's a win. We were underdogs. It's at home. But it wasn't like, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. No, we've been there. And it was muted to me. It wasn't quite the same as when we beat Wisconsin, who was ranked 6th. We hadn't been there in a bit. Now we're starting to have more success and more wins. And I told Brett Bielema, I said, by the time you're 69 years old, you'll be the all-time winningest coach. Because he needs 8 wins a year to average to beat Robert Zupke. And so I think he laughed because he probably doesn't think he's coaching when he's 69. I mean, his daughters be teenagers.
I know.
Well, he can coach till he's 80, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
All right, just one more thing with Luke Altmaier.
Credit to Coach Bielema right there. Like, he keeps us all together.
Coach Bielema, David,
Never. We just see it in practice. I mean, he just does it. He's been there, done that. Yeah, he did it at Purdue a year ago. This week, really, week 5 or 6, I don't know. But confidence with him, and so grateful for him.
Yeah, he said, Brett Bielema said, I couldn't control a lot of things. I could control one thing, my mouth. When you're in that position and everybody's looking at you like, what happened? He wasn't quite there to where he said, I've never been part of anything like what happened there, but he has experienced enough to say, be careful what you say at this moment, because they could really, we do suck. Oh, no, you can't. They just did exactly, whatever dials they turned, they did it.
Yeah.
And kudos to them, because it's really, really hard to do all of that just right.
So now we've got Purdue, 11 a.m. on Saturday.
We are 8.5-point favorites. I thought it would be more. We're a better football team. We have to go do that, or they'll beat us. Obviously, they can beat us, but something feels different. It feels like maybe we are the team we can count on a little bit to be more consistent in a game that you're supposed to win. We're better than they are, but that offensive line has to do what they just did. Don't be relaxing on me, or we have to. It's all guns out. Everybody goes. I mean, we're blazing. We got to go. We got to play with this. We won't play with the same intensity, probably. Home crowd, homecoming, coming off all that. But we've got to be able to control the line of scrimmage. We controlled the line of scrimmage. It hasn't happened. It didn't happen against Duke. Didn't happen against Indiana. The other two you're supposed to. But we really didn't control it against Western Michigan. So this hopefully is the corner, and let's set up a 5-1, 6-0 match with Ohio State. And again, the goal there is going to be stay competitive, fourth quarter, have a shot. That's all you can hope for with that kind of team. That team's crazy good, just big time NFL.
Number 1 in the nation.
Well, they're just worth it. They're really, really. They listen. Give me all 6-foot guys in 6th grade at the Park District basketball, and I'll be great. Yeah. I'll be an amazing coach. I mean, you have all the best players, The pressure at Ohio State is you have to win them all, or they can't stand you and you can't lose to Michigan, or they want to fire you. That's a different level. But one day, one time, one afternoon, yes, we can beat them.
Go Illini.
First thing is Purdue. I want to play that Steve Harvey, very poignant. It's just something that popped up that I thought was moving, and I like Steve Harvey. I'm kind of a fan.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Hey Illini fans, you love this so much. Jets Pizza is continuing to offer a 2-topping large Jets Pizza for just $14.99. Use code JETS101. Select your favorite crust style, crust flavoring, and toppings. Mama Jet Special Sauce seals the deal. Get a 2-topping large Jets Pizza for just $14.99. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
That's the place to go. Largest boot selection in Illinois, and they've got service, and that place smells like leather.
Love it. Local.
Local. Pards Western Shop, just between, I guess it's Maine and University.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, check sports headlines.
Major League Baseball regular season has wrapped, and now after the Cubs swept the Cardinals at Wrigley, they'll get ready for the Padres with a 2:08 start tomorrow. You'll hear the action over on US 105.9. Bears over the Las Vegas Raiders 25-24. LA Rams ended up beating the Indianapolis Colts 27-20 to give the Colts their first loss of the season. And last night it was Green Bay tying with Dallas at 40. Of course, we know our Illinois football team beat USC 34-32, now 22, as we take on Purdue in West Lafayette. That Cannon Riflery Trophy on the line with an 11 a.m. kickoff. We had our Illinois volleyball team beating Purdue in 4 sets yesterday. And they beat Oregon when we went duck hunting on Friday night. I don't know if you heard about that, Stevie.
Yeah.
And then our soccer team, unfortunately, lost to Ohio State 3-0. We have the Wyndham Memorial Classic hosted by Northwestern with our Illinois golf team in action today. Go Illini.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider and gifts, preserves and popcorn. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. There's something here to make everyone smile. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
Norm Miller here, chairman of Interstate Batteries. You know, without batteries, life would be pretty lifeless. That's why Interstate All Battery Centers carry them in every size, shape, and style so you can drive, drill, call, film, or do whatever it is you want to do. Stop in today. They've got the power to keep you going. Interstate All Battery Center. Outrageously dependable.
Interstate All Battery Center. You'll find them outrageously dependable just over Interstate 74 at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign, with batteries for most every application in stock.
Teens in grades 6 through 12 have a safe and fun place to hang out monthly this fall. It's the Urbana Park District Teen Hangout Zone. The Hangout Zone is open on select Fridays from 3:30 to 6 p.m. at Phillips Recreation Center. Everything is free. Call 217-367-1544 for more information or go online at urbanaparks.org. It's the Teen Hangout Zone at Urbana Park District. Urbana Park District. You belong here.
Sarah Champagne managing partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. Steve Harvey got a break a little bit later in life. He's 65 or 70, but he hosts, Family Feud, and he's done pageants, and he's comedy, but he's very, very talented. Talks poignantly about the father
When a man's father dies, he realizes that the one man who truly wanted him to be better than him is gone. Your father is the only man that has ever wanted you to be better than him. Ain't another man living wants you to be better than him. I love you, man, but I don't want you to be better than him. Ryan crazy about you, but he ain't finna want you to be better than him.
That's real.
Your father wants you to be better than him. And when he dies, you realize it. And what the part that's so bad was, I don't feel like crying today. Man, the only thing.
How about that?
Listen, man. I didn't have nobody. When my daddy died, I didn't have nobody to say they was proud of me. Because, you know, my dad used to call me and say, man, I'm so proud of you. And when he died, man, nobody said that to me no more. Nobody.
Well, I want my kid to be better than me, so he's right.
Absolutely.
Weather coming up.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
Trinity Home Medical in Central Illinois has you covered. For 22 years, they've been your trusted source for medical support. Now they're excited to offer continuous glucose monitors. No more finger sticks. Get real-time glucose readings to avoid dangerous spikes and crashes. Most insulin-dependent diabetics qualify through insurance, and they handle everything: insurance processing, delivery, education, and support. Call Trinity Home Medical today at 877-663-0202 or visit trinityyhme.com.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Underground Solutions. Are you tired of dealing with leaky faucets, basement flooding, bursting or leaking pipes? From plumbing maintenance and repairs to installing new water heaters and sump pumps, our goal is to get you up and running as soon as possible. At Lands Plumbing, we have 24/7 emergency service and a team of highly skilled professionals that will work with you to get the job done right the first time. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. As expected, tropical Atlantic basin getting busy. High pressure continues to strengthen its grip aloft and at the surface. Out of the southern Canadian prairie down through the heart of the Corn Belt and the Midwest. More summer-like warmth continuing on. No sign of any direct landfall to Imelda and or Umberto, but squally weather for the mid-Atlantic region, especially coastal sections. Plenty of rain and southward into eastern Florida. No rain in the forecast around here till perhaps the mid-stretch of next week. So patchy fog around early on this morning, mainly sunny, hot for the time of year. The high around 90, normal highs at about 72. East-northeasterly winds 6 to 12 miles per. Mostly clear tonight, more comfortable as the night wears on, and 57. The dawn temperature tomorrow, summer-like warmth continues, sunny and 85. Light east and southeasterly winds shifting back into the northeast. 55 tomorrow night, partly sunny, warm at 83 on Wednesday. Middle 80s Thursday and Friday, upper 80s Saturday. Low to mid 80s continues Sunday and Monday of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm Beatles, Greg Solgay.
Yeah, I just saw something. Only 13% of Gen Z, only 2% of Gen Z, which is age 13 to 28, only 2% of Gen Z prioritize achievement. But I would say, well, what are you talking about? All in? Or it should be God and family.
Right.
But so it shouldn't be your top goal in life, but it sure should be up at the top, near the top, like
Right.
third or fourth.
You'd think.
Yeah, for sure. You want to get better.
In my online search, it's Gen Z's priorities include mental health, work-life balance, financial stability, sustainability, diversity and inclusion, personal growth.
Okay, well, that's interesting because you're not going to, you'll have the money if you achieve, right? I mean, what comes first, money or achievement? You have to achieve. When I was younger, I remember going in for talking about a raise, and I said, at this point in my life, I just want to get better. And they couldn't believe it. Because if you get better, you get more money.
Mm-hmm.
But your money doesn't come because you're living. Your money comes because you work hard enough to get better.
That's right.
Every day you get a little worse or you get a little, every day you get a little worse or stay the same. Every day you get a little worse or get a little better, but you don't stay the same. So each day you can slide or you can strive. And you have got to get better every day, even whatever age you are. Whatever little thing you can do. You can walk another block. That's achievement. But you can't just poo-poo that and want the money first. You got to work your butt off to get that. You have to sweat. You have to be worried about stuff. That's how you grow.
That's right.
We're done. Thank you.
Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. Don't forget Jay Lehman with Curtis and Evan after 3 today. Ought to be a bouncy show. Thank you for listening. I'm Stevie J. Have a great Monday. We'll talk tomorrow.
There's a chill in the air, but you can still swim at Urbana Park District. Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center is open Monday through Friday for lap swim and water exercise. Swim laps are weekdays from 6 to 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The pool will be open for public swim from October 13th through the 17th from noon to 5 p.m. Call 217-384-7665 for more information or online at urbanaparks.org. Urbana Park District. You belong here.
Sarah Champagne's Ben Quattrone on keeping his employees.
It's got to be the place to work. We have to pay the best. We have to treat people the best. Some of the guys wanted to order pizza the other day. Well, we bought 30 Papa Del's pizzas. BMW had the best month they've ever had. They said, can we have a cookout? Saturday, I cooked like 50 ribeye steaks. And they were expecting like burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Like, if I'm eating steak, you're eating steak. We both eat steak, we both eat hamburger.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. You've heard about the doggy bag, right? From Bulldog Disposal Muhammad, a 6 cubic yard canvas bag that can be used for easy cleanup instead of a big dumpster. The one-time use bag is now available and you can save the delivery charge. Get the doggy bag at Do It Best Hardware in Champaign at 107 West Springfield. So fill up the bag, call Bulldog Disposal, have it disposed of, and you'll be organized. Go to bulldoggybag.com for all the details. That's bulldoggybag.com. Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow right here in Champaign-Urbana can switch you over so you can start saving today. Kurt and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. It's easy to switch and save. Just give them a call when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Well, tell me what I need to know about Dedicated Diesel and Dixie Chopper, buddy.
Well, Dedicated Diesel, the safety lane is open from 8 to 4 every day. If farmers need to get their trailers or their grain trucks inspected to be compliant with state law, they need to come through. No appointment necessary, but we stop accepting people at 4 o'clock so that they can get those inspections done by 4:30 and all the paperwork done and close up on time. But that is a requirement in the state of Illinois, and we're open to do that. Plus, of course, the Dixie Choppers are there for sale. Stop by and see Andy at 1313 Triumph Drive. Take a look at those. Get the best deal you'll ever get on a quality industrial, commercial, or residential lawnmower.
Awesome.
It's fast.
Yeah, fastest ever. Mm-hmm. Hey, so how can I reach you, Tim Onstadt?
They can call me at 765-793-7131 and extension 4. They can get me on email at timo@gftlog.com.
When feeling better can't wait, visit Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Convenient locations, hours to fit your schedule, and no appointment necessary. Plus, you don't have to be a Christie Clinic patient. Receive health care when and where you need it with Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Christie Clinic accepts Health Alliance and most other major insurance plans. Visit ChristieClinic.com to find the convenient care closest to you.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Hey, where are you headed?
To Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola.
What do they have there?
What don't they have there? Living room furniture, benches, chests, love seats, sectionals, tables, bedroom sets, hutches, nightstands, end tables, cabinets, mirrors, stools, clocks, lamps, pillows, rugs, desks, media consoles, patio furniture, Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and more.
So, everything.
Yeah, probably could have just said that.
Kelsey Furniture, quality for less. 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon and give your caffeine a flavor upgrade.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.